All right, we should be going live soon. And I think with that, we can get started now. So, hello everyone. Welcome to our meeting with TIBCO. This is another installment in our recruiter series. And here we have Chris Tran from TIBCO, and he's going to give us an overview of the company, what it's like, what the company's culture is about, and maybe give us some insight on some internship opportunities that you all may be interested in if you are looking to start putting your CS skills to work. So without further ado, I will hand it over to Chris Tran and let's get started.
Perfect. Thanks, Keen. So yeah, a little intro about myself. So I've been with TIBCO for over 5 years now, working on the recruiting team. And so for the past year, I've been working as a university recruiter. So basically just traveling to different universities to attend career fairs and look for interns such as yourself. And so for the agenda today, I wanted to provide an overview of what TIBCO does as a company, and then also cover what our internship program is like, and then also provide the list of our summer internships that we have. All right, so what does TIBCO do? So if you had a chance to glance over our website, you can see that we work with data and integrating systems. And so these are the three pillars that we focus on to achieve for our customers. So the first is to connect. Our TIBCO cloud integration platform connects all of our customers' systems, data, and apps together, so that way they can take advantage of all of their connectivity to create better features and services. And so once we connect everything, TIBCO has the software to unify all of that data for faster access. And when there's many working with data systems, it can lead to data silos or duplicated information. And so our software keeps everything accurate and up to date. And in order to be competitive and innovative, TIBCO provides predictive analytics in real time to help our customers make business decisions. We also provide visual analytics that makes this data easy for everyone to understand. And so TIBCO was founded back in 1997, and it helped Wall Street transfer information quickly, just given their nature that working with information in a timely manner was crucial. And over the years, TIBCO has grown as an innovative company. We've worked with over 10,000 customers, and we have customers in every industry. And so here's one of our videos of our customers explaining how they use TIBCO to create a better service for their customers.
These are inspired adults. That's what we are. And we are focused on customer experience, especially from a security and support perspective. We provide retail, gaming, hospitality, entertainment, shows, and there are several experiences that we provide, and they don't like them to be siloed experiences. They want them to be connected experiences. And that's what differentiates us from other providers. And we make sure that the customer doesn't have to always tell us what they want.
We embarked on a transformation journey about a couple of years ago, transforming the technology platforms across practice lines. And some of them had closely certified abstraction provided by a technology like TIBCO is what enables us to run them simultaneously. Because had we had to go, sequentially, realizing the immediate value would have been very tough. We were able to, for instance, transform our offer platform and our hospitality platform that have a major interdependency at the same time in parallel with no impact to customer and no impact to customer. So this was possible purely because of the underlying liquidity. In the context of our digital transformation journey, we had completely new strategy that required traversing multiple clouds. We had to expose a lot of APIs for a lot of different functions because we were not transforming one part of our business. This required us to build APIs and expose them at a fast pace. So what enables this powerful API? Why we landed on TIBCO Mastery was primarily because it helped us traverse our on-prem APIs as well as the different APIs that we've exposed on the cloud seamlessly. Even before the customer starts the journey, we engage with the customer in a very meaningful way. There are several platforms that enable these experiences, and TIBCO plays a key role in integrating all of them, providing timely, precise, insightful data to both the customer as well as the end client. We are extremely happy and thrilled to receive the TIBCO Trailblazer Award. This award, in many ways, a validation for the years of hard work that my team has put towards it. And this also validates the thesis technology strategy behind building a technology platform, keeping the customer experience at the center.
Oops. Cool. And then, so yeah, here's another one of our videos showing how a customer uses TIBCO to provide a better service.
Sure.
My name is Kelly Angelina. I head up the data services organization at TIBCO. TIBCO was started in 2000 with the vision of bringing humanity back to air travel. TIBCO is looking to deliver capabilities that really enable our customers and offer a personalized experience. Part of this process is leveraging the data that we have within our environment. TIBCO had a plethora of business partner products that we use point solutions throughout our enterprise, leading to very inconsistent patterns of integration. Very costly for us to maintain this type of an environment with integration, and we were unable to access the data that we had at our fingertips that better improve the operation within TIBCO. We identified key operational areas such as the Systems Operations Center, our airport, customer experience, all having needs to leverage operational analytics to solve real-world problems in support of our customer experience. When we were looking for an enterprise-grade data and integration platform, we really looked at TIBCO because of the range of products that they had available. TIBCO Connected Intelligence Environment, systems, a whole host of products, everything from business events, business work, active spaces, CMS, and absolutely Spotfire on top of it all. We spent a lot of time considering different product suites across major players. And what we really found is a lot of the other business partners didn't have the integrated solutions that we were looking for. A lot of process efficiency. In many parts of our organization, we had analysts gathering data manually and putting information together in spreadsheets. Now, by a click of a button, using Spotfire, they have the information they readily need at their fingertips, and they can refresh it as they need it. In addition to that, we saw crew member engagement improve when our crew members feel that they're not spending time on those types of manual efforts, and they have the data they need, they can do their job much more efficiently, and that definitely helps with member engagement. Aside from that, customer experience, our Net Promoter Score definitely has increased as our crew members have the information that they need at their fingertips in order to better support our customers in the operation. One of the great things about having our real-time analytics capability in place is we're well positioned to begin to leverage a lot of emerging technologies such as machine learning, predictive analytics, and various types of modeling that will drive significant impact just through
Cool. So yeah, with that, hopefully you guys have a clear understanding of what TIBCO does.
Excellent.
And so moving on over to our internship program. So our internship is 12 weeks for the summer, full-time. So we want our interns to have a real-world project that they're going to be part of. And so during the interview process, the team, they're going to provide you with a high-level overview of what the internship is going to consist of. And as we get closer to the summer, they're going to have a better understanding of what project that they're going to be working on. And so the manager is going to create a detailed guideline week by week of what your internship would look like. And at the end of the internship, you would present your project to the team, just showing them what you've worked on and what you learned throughout the internship. And also throughout the internship, the manager is going to provide you with a mentor to guide you throughout the internship process. If you have any questions, any issues come up, or if you just want to, share your ideas with somebody, yeah, we definitely want to provide you with all of the necessary resources for you to be successful. And then one of the cool things about our internship program is that all of the interns still have an opportunity to meet with some of our executive team. And so the first meeting is usually with the CEO. All the interns, they'll be able to meet with the CEO. The CEO will share his personal experience, a little bit about the role, and you get to ask any questions that you like. And then for the our interview process, our first step is to complete cognitive assessment called the CCAT. So it's like similar to taking the SATs, where there's going to be math questions, verbal, spatial reasoning, and then once you complete that assessment, it'll be an interview with the hiring manager, and after next steps would be an interview with the team. And the process usually takes about a month and a half, just with the timing of scheduling the interviews, getting feedback from the team, and so it can take a little bit of time. Cool. And then, yeah, moving on over to our internships that we have for this summer. Majority of our internships are going to be for software engineering. We do have a few for our UX UI team, and then for our IT department as well. Some of the teams that are looking for interns are from our Palo Alto, California, California office, Seattle, Washington, and Waltham, Massachusetts. So typically we would want our interns to be in the office just so that you can interact with the team throughout the day. However, this past summer, all of our interns worked remotely. They were able to perform on the job just as well as if they were to work in the office. Just given our current situation, we don't know when our offices will plan to reopen for next year, but if things continue the way that they are, we're most likely going to have our interns work remotely again. And so, yeah, regarding these positions, I'll go ahead and share that with you guys. I'll go ahead and post that in the Zoom chat box for you guys. And so, yeah, with that, I'll open it up and see if anybody had any questions.
Yeah, so there were some questions specified in the chat. So Thwan mentioned, so that CCAT assessment that you guys have for the interview process, he asked, is it the same thing that's similar to like a coding challenge? If you know about that.
So it's not a coding challenge. It's just a regular assessment that every employee will have to complete. It's not a coding challenge.
Okay, and is this CCAT, this assessment, is it generated by you guys or has it been created by some other third party maybe?
Yeah, so it's a third party. I can send you guys the link, and then there's also a practice test that you guys can take, and then so you guys can have an understanding of what the test would look like.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So I feel like you said, similar to like SAT prep or whatnot, you kind of do the same thing.
Right.
That I think that's cool. It's a great thing to have, so to kind of like set the standard, like this is what we expect, or this is how we feel if you're fit for any of our job positions or whatnot. I think that's great that you guys implement that. So in the chat, Darren Manilow. Also, I wanted to mention, you guys can feel free to unmute your mic as well if you want to ask questions. You guys are welcome to do that as well. So Darren asked, how much experience specifically in software engineering is recommended to be considered as an intern?
So typically, we would want our interns to have like maybe 6 months to a year of either internship experience or any project that you've completed in the past. Basically, just any experience that you've been working on over the last year or 2 years.
Got it. Yeah, and then Day asked, where can I apply for the intern position? And then you just posted the job
Yeah,
center
so
link.
I just posted. Great. So yeah, that link, it'll have the list of all of our available internships. And so if you click on one of the job links, it'll take you to the job description, which will show you what the team is about and what they're working on. And so they're all for different teams, so you can see which ones kind of catch your interest.
That's great. Makes it pretty easy for anyone trying to apply, and they can see where they would fit exactly.
Right.
So Pratt asked, if we applied to more than one team, would the first two steps, which include the CCAT assessment and the HR process, would those two steps only be done once, and then you would meet with the individual team separately for each position?
Right. So yeah, regarding the CCAT, you would just complete that once. You wouldn't have to complete that for every position that you apply for. You can apply to as many as you like. Just the only thing is that we can only move you forward with one position at a time. So say there's 3 positions that you apply to. We'll have you select your first choice, and we can move forward with that. And if things don't go well, then we can move you forward with your second or third choice as well.
That's great. Then Darren had a follow-up question, and he asked just what the job culture or what the company culture is like in TIBCO.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I've been with TIBCO for over 5 years, and one of the things that I enjoy most is working with my team. I know before COVID, like one of the things that in our office we would have a cafe, and every morning I would just go to the cafe with my the team and grab coffee, get breakfast, kind of just talk about our day, and just that's one of the things that I missed this year. Not being able to just walk over to your team and just having like a casual conversation. We don't have to set up a Zoom call or message each other through Slack. So it's definitely different this year. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And it's kind of like the same with school too. All of us are like, very we're used to like going to the campus and then like whoever we would meet,
Right.
like, in these cafes or just, in our classrooms, in the quads, you just interact with them. And I think, that's nice that, aside from obviously the working aspect, I think it's important to have a strong, like social bond, especially with your team. And, for a company to act like that, I think it's a good representation of how the company operates, of course. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
yeah, it's something that we miss, of course. Obviously,
Mhm.
it's difficult with the pandemic. Follow-up question that Darren asked: would you say that networking is vital in being considered to be an intern or like a full-time employee?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that question?
Yes. Darren asked: would you say that networking is vital in being considered as an intern or an employee?
Yeah, definitely. So as an intern, you'll get to work with your manager, your mentor, and your immediate team. And for if you're working with a project with a different department, yeah, we definitely want you to network with the other teams. If there's interns in those other departments, you can definitely work with them as well. So yeah.
Sorry. That's great. Yeah, definitely networking, especially probably in TIBCO. You said like, in addition to, creating this bond with your team, obviously you'll probably network with them a lot, especially you mentioned as an intern, there's a lot of mentorship guidance. And I would assume that having that strong network with, any of the mentors that you meet will be important, especially if you want to continue on with your job, right? It's
Right.
good for like development in your position, I would say. So
Mhm.
I can see that. Tuan asked, do you know how many positions are you looking out or are you looking to fill for each position? And you mentioned that it's a lot of competition out there.
Yeah. So we're looking to fill about 1 to 2 positions for each team. So we're looking to fill about 20 positions.
20 positions. Okay. Got it. All right. So I guess a question from me I have is what are some of the, I guess, for prospective interns that are interested in one of the positions, what are some vital skills that they should possess, like vital/universal skills coming into maybe the internship or hiring as a full-time employee?
Yeah, definitely. So I think one of the skills that is important, just besides having the technical skills, is just always having the passion to learn. I mean, there's always going to be new technologies and new products that come out, but always having that passion to learn new technologies and just be eager to learn. We're going to provide you with a mentor and then a buddy to guide you throughout the process. So yeah, just ask a lot of questions. Try to learn as much as you can within the small time frame that you have.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely, especially in an industry like this with software development, as you mentioned, technology is always changing. There's always new like frameworks coming out. And I think, as you mentioned, having that passion to learn, yes, I think that would be vital because, lifelong learning is most likely going to carry you a long way throughout your career, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Having that, passion, that strive to, learn the new frameworks and technology, for sure. I would agree with that 100%.
Definitely.
Darren asked, what would you say are the most important industries connected to TIBCO are?
That's a good question. I think just um, I feel like every company is important just because nowadays like data is so crucial to improving your business. Like if you're not using your data, you're not growing as a company. So definitely you have to understand your data and what's driving that, what you need improvements on. So I would say that's the most important.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of industries, no matter what industry it is, we're going to healthcare, public transportation, whatever the case may be. I think a lot of them, they're just asking for, facilitation of their work, which includes, that data analysis and how that can be, not only done maybe at a faster pace, but obviously more efficiently. So any industries, and especially I would say healthcare, maybe they rely on their data a lot, and not only a lot of data, but with healthcare, they want to rely on accurate data, especially for example with like a vaccine research. They can with COVID, for example, this is an issue that they have to tackle since it's affecting all of us. So the data in that case has to be done at a very fast pace. Darren asked, would you say that TIBCO is partially involved in cybersecurity, or is TIBCO mainly an analysis of data?
Yeah, I would say we are involved in cybersecurity as well. We do have our cybersecurity team that's always looking to improve security. So I think that's important as well.
Yeah, I guess this brings me up to a follow-up question that kind of is related to that last question. Is in terms of software development fields or computer science fields, what fields do you guys try to concentrate on? So obviously, with data analysis, cybersecurity, you guys have an emphasis on software engineering, of course. What would you say, do you guys have any other fields that you guys have an emphasis on?
I would say, data science and data analytics as well.
Got it. All right. Anyone else have any more questions? So, actually, I do have a question. So, locations. Obviously, locations might be an X factor as to if people want to apply for the job, because depending on if they get the job or not, then it may require them to see where they want to be based in terms of where they want to live. And you mentioned that you guys have offices in Palo Alto, California, and I think
so
Seattle,
our
Washington.
headquarters is in Paul. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So are there any other office locations or working spaces anywhere else throughout the nation?
Yeah, we have office in Stafford, Texas, Naperville, Illinois, and New York office. So yeah, we have offices all over the states.
Definitely. So I guess my follow-up question to that would be, with the COVID pandemic, right? It's probably required most of the employees to work from home, right? Probably, yeah. So if they're required to work from home, does that same process working from home apply with the prospective interns? Would they also be just working from home and online, or eventually probably might have to go out to the offices?
Yeah, so currently all of our interns, or this past summer, they worked remotely throughout the internship process. And like I said, we don't know when our offices will reopen for next year. So just given what the regulations are, if we do open offices, then we would want our interns to be in the office. But it just really depends on what will happen for next year. Yeah,
definitely. We just have to see what happens with the pandemic, see if it dies down, and yeah. So our members are starting to ask more questions. So Pratt asked, how important is experience when looking at potential recruits for the company?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, experience is important. We want doesn't have to be necessarily an internship, but just any work that you've done, whether it's any school projects, any volunteer work, or just stuff that you do on your free time. Those all count. So.
Yeah, definitely. So with to all of our members, obviously, as CS majors, the curriculum tries to set up so that you guys are working sort of in a project-based manner in conjunction with learning, the technical skills through your classes. So I think, with all the experience that you guys are getting in your classes, any projects that you guys have had to make, let's say in your elective classes, make sure you guys try to put them on your resume, right? Because I know you guys will try to look at, the recruits or these potential interns' resumes, right? And you'll see like, oh, they've made this project. Oh, that seems interesting.
Right.
Let's see how they can apply those technical skills that they probably put in their project into, anything that you guys want to develop, right? So, yeah, I think, our curriculum will try to set you guys up for that. Darren asked, I understand that office presence is preferred in the internship with COVID, and then he asked, are there options for the virtual internships? And I think you pretty much already went over that.
Right.
Yeah, so then Twan asked, what is the process to apply to the company, and how soon can we hear back?
Yeah, so I sent you guys the link. Go ahead and apply to the position. I'll try to get back to you guys hopefully within a week, and then I'll send you guys the assessment to complete, and we can go from there.
Yeah, so I just reposted the link. So that's the link he was talking about. If you guys are interested and want more info on the whole hiring process with TIBCO, you guys can just go over to that website and see and go through the process. Tuan asked, what are the chances for a freshman or a sophomore who probably doesn't have much experience besides school projects and whatnot? What are their chances of like being admitted into the internship program?
I mean, we definitely have hired freshmen before. It's not common, but we do have hired freshmen before, just with what I mentioned, where they have a lot of skills that they've done just working with their own time, just basically getting the skills that they need just with things that they've been working on their own time. Yeah.
Definitely. And then Darren asked, is it safe to assume that freshman interns are not preferred? Well, you pretty much answered that you have hired freshmen before. But would you say they're not preferred, or because my assumption is you guys probably aren't looking too much at the year level of the intern, more
Right.
so like it's based more on like your skill set and
skill set.
yeah, just anything you've done throughout pretty much your life. You could have probably made a project in high school, like a full project. You probably coded either in Java or Python. Maybe that might even be a really good catalyst in you being admitted as an intern. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let's see. Any more people have questions? I guess the question I should ask is, so, for different positions, they're probably going to look for, or like with different teams, I should say, they're probably going to look for certain, skills that so that you can actually, work with the team pretty well based on, the technical things that they're using, such as what programming languages they should know. Would you say like the requirements as to what tech or what technical skills they should have. Are they like job specific or position team specific, or are they just more general?
Yeah, I would say they're more team specific. So yeah, we have a lot of different teams working on a lot of different products, and so um, it would be team specific. Where some of our teams will either use Python, some teams will use Java, and some teams would use C. So it kind of just depends on the team that you would be working with.
Okay. And then the requirements for like for each like team, are they listed on that website that you posted, or?
Yeah. So if you click on the job description, it'll have all of the technical skills that they're looking for.
Got it. So yeah, for everyone that's interested, if you have questions on like, what's preferred for each team, the website will pretty much tell you like what they are looking for. So you guys can just go to the website and see for yourself on that note. Let's see. If anyone else has questions?
Cool. Yeah. And then if you guys have any questions, Ricky has my contact information. Definitely feel free to reach out to me if you guys have any questions.
Yeah, definitely. And then Pratt asked a question to you specifically. Which office location do you work in, and do you like that campus of that location?
Yeah. So our headquarters is in Palo Alto, California, and that's the office that I work out of. And yeah, it's a pretty fun office to work in.
So like, what would you say is like, I know you mentioned the whole cafe and like that brings like a good like social aspect to the campus. What are some of the other, as you mentioned, like, it's a fun campus. What are some of the other aspects that make it fun, you would say?
Yeah, so we do have a team called a TIBCO Spirit. It's basically our like a social gathering event where the team they'll set up they'll set up an event usually every month for everyone to hang out. In October we had a Halloween event where you can bring your kids, your family, and yeah, there's like Halloween stuff set up for the kids and whatnot. So it was pretty fun.
Nice. That's really cool that you guys do that. I also saw in slides when you were going through them, specifically on the internship slide, the picture showed like intern day. I think, I'm not sure if you know anything. So what's that intern day all about? If you know.
Yeah, so it's called National Intern Day. I want to say it's the third week of every July, and basically, yeah, it's just a day to celebrate interns.
That's cool. Yeah, I never like heard of any other company like have an intern day. So I think it's really cool that you guys do that. Yeah, I really get the vibe from the company that like it's very like welcoming. Like as a company in this field, it can be somewhat stressful, right? Because you're working with this team, and then I mean, I'm not sure if you have the idea of like how these people operate in terms of like the agile software development method. That can be like stressful, and I've been through that experience during my internship before with another company. Like I said, yeah, it can be stressful, and I think to make the atmosphere of the company very welcoming, we'll kind of like ease that, and we'll kind of allow the employees to be a little bit more motivated to work, knowing that they're not under constant stress. So yeah, I really like how you guys try to not mention, you guys try to create that vibe with all your employees and interns.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see here. Any other questions you guys have? Feel free to unmute your mic. I was also going to mention, I'll post this in the chat, but if you guys have not signed in using the sign-in link, make sure to do so. We would greatly appreciate it. I just reposted it, so that would be very helpful for us if you guys haven't done so already. All right, well, if no one has any other questions, then I think we can end the meeting, end the discussion. Thank you very much, Chris, for joining. It was very insightful for all of our members. Hopefully, they'll, have a good idea of they got a good idea of the company. And if they're really interested, they'll, start applying, of course. And hopefully they got all the information that they needed.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, thank you for taking the time out to meet with me too. I know you guys are, busy with the finals, projects, and everything. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you to all of our members who've been attending most of our meetings throughout the semester. We know it's been very difficult with the pandemic, but hopefully things will be turning around shortly, and that next week is obviously finals. So good luck to all of you guys on your finals. Study well, and hopefully you guys will ace them.
Sounds good.
All right. Yep. Well, everyone have a great winter break. Have a good final studying sessions, and we'll catch you guys for the next semester.
All right. Thank you, guys.